Hi, welcome back to our YouTube video. Today I have with me AD and David, and they will be sharing their very new property located in San Antonio, Texas. I'm so very thrilled to have them join me today. Before we get started, please allow me to introduce myself. For those that are not familiar with our platform, my name is Detra Harris, and I am the Managing Director for Strive Wealth Builders. We are a business club for real estate investors, also known as a RIA, located in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you have not visited our website, please do so today. Our website address is strivewealthbuilders.com. Again, there's no membership fee to join. We'd love to have you. If you are not a subscriber to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button right now and join. We'd love to have you as a family member. So before I open the floor to AD and David, let me share to you what we are doing. So we are now providing a property spotlight for our club members when they close a deal. We want to share that deal with our club members and with our YouTube subscribers. So here we are today with AD and David, who will be sharing their deal out of San Antonio, Texas. Now, what I'd like to do now is just open up the floor so we can get to know them a lot better. So AD, why don't you share with me a little bit about yourself and why real estate investing?
Of course, absolutely. How's it going, everybody out there in YouTube
Hey,
world? I hope everybody's doing phenomenal today.
hey.
My name is AD, like all day. And my story is it goes back a little bit before I ever moved to California. So I've always been in search of the American dream, right? I came into this country, me and my family, illegally with nothing to our name. And my family has always wanted that American dream of owning a property and reaching financial freedom through something. And I didn't know what that something was until I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. As I was, working through a BMW, a Monterey, and I met this landlord of mine that gave me the book, and I read it, and it changed my life. It taught me the secret of building passive income and getting out of the rat race and the power of real estate. And by reading that book, I was able to connect to a real estate agent that put me in contact with this amazing woman in front of you today, Detra Harris. And she guided us like a lighthouse in a stormy weather to safety and showed us the road to success in investing in real estate. So because of her and her training program, we were able to purchase this beautiful property, which I can't wait to get into detail with you guys. And yeah, that's how it all started. And yeah, super grateful.
Thank you, AD, and thank you for sharing that. I'm going to open up the floor to David in just a sec, but he made a great point where I want to share with the audience that AD and David, they did complete the Strivewealthbuilders real estate investing course. They did a great job. And it takes commitment, it takes will, and there's some challenges and hurdles you have to cross, but they did it, and I'm so happy for them that they landed their first property. So David, why don't you tell us about yourself and also why real estate investing? And as you can see, David is in the military as well as AD. So we have service service guys here, and David is currently working for us, the US. And so as you can see, so David, tell us about yourself.
So a little bit about myself. I didn't have that tenacity that AD has. It's kind of going to be hard to follow up on his amazing life there. But I've always been in construction, so I've always loved building. And to fast forward to when I met AD, it was in the service. We just stood side by side one day in formation one day, and he just started talking to me. So his infectious attitude rubbed off on me, and we started talking about real estate and how investing could go down. And he's very much the sales type of guy. I mean, he sells cars. Now he's actively into real estate. He just started that, and I've always built houses, built things. So I mean, we just put those two and two together. And then once he reached out to Detra, he put me in contact with her and was like, man, we got to do this. And I agreed. So we both took the program. we were dedicated to it. I mean, we even called each other, annoyed our wives, talking about all her program, all the products we had to put together that night and collaborate together. And I mean, here we are today. We closed the deal, but going through the program, it made everything seem effortless. Yes, there were some, trials, but that's expected.
Always, always. Thank you, David. So, David, why don't you tell me what is your criteria? Now, criteria is something we've talked about in our courses, and it's really important that when you start your real estate investment business, that you understand your market, where do you want to go, what's your criteria, how much money, your first deal is looking like, all of that. So, David, what is your criteria?
Our criteria was mainly single family houses, the correct AD, correct? And we stuck to a specific budget. We didn't want to go high enough because the whole point of the game was try not to use our money, which AD will cover a lot of that portion too. But mainly, I would like to let AD take that over because we did have our own little niches, and we kind of just stuck to different categories along the route.
Sure,
if you don't mind, AD, you
Not
know
at
way
all.
better
Go
than I
ahead.
do.
Truly, I can caveat off of that. So really, the market was San Antonio because that's where David was stationed there, and he was like, just talking about real estate. Did some research there. Like I said, thankfully for Detra, she showed us how we were able to buy a property sight unseen. Because a lot of people are nervous. Oh my God, how are you gonna buy a property that you can't touch, that you can't see? It is possible, people. It is possible. So we went through the motions, and then we definitely first made up our mind and said we're going to do single family housing. Start off nice, easy, which a lot of people probably do, and also a specific budget. We were originally intentionally looking for like a distraught property that we can fix up and rent it out. But when we found this property, it was just like no second guessing it, and it was undervalued, and it was a diamond in the rough, to be honest. So I can't wait to go into detail about that.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to share with you some of those photos and a small video of this beautiful property that they landed. The property.
All right, coming into the living room, you have living room / dining room, access to the backyard, granite counters, appliances are nice. Everything's been painted. It's all in really good shape. For your budget, I think this is a great option for you. This is your utility room here. You may consider putting some doors on that, but up to you. Could just have it there. The water heater is in here. Appliances relatively new. Does not have a dishwasher, so you may consider putting a dishwasher in. There's a little bit of trim paint here that's been rubbed off, but honestly, pretty good.
The property address is 7816 Serepto in San Antonio, Texas. And AD, why don't you share with me how you found this deal?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we were going through the motions. We were looking for, like, I want to say 2-3 months. You know how crazy the market is right now for buyers. And one day I open up the computer, go into Zillow, and then see this property that literally just came on the market like within 24 hours, almost an hour. And we were originally looking for properties that have been in for 30 days or longer, so then that way we can negotiate, get a better deal. But this property was originally priced at $119,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's about 1,003 square footage of space. And it was absolutely beautiful. I mean, you could eat chips off the floor, how clean it was. And it's just like super nice, and completely remodeled from top down. So everything was like, didn't need much capital expenditures. So that's how we saw it. We submitted an offer. We got it approved. We were in a bidding war. It did go up over the asking price. We got into the deal at 138, but it was fine because it's still rented above the 1% delta. And I'll go into those numbers a little bit more.
That's really great. And so how did you find your real estate agent? Was it a referral, or how did you find your
It
real estate?
was. It was a referral. I don't know if I mentioned I'm actually a realtor in California, and I'm part of.
Congratulations. You
Thank you,
just
thank you.
just got that.
Yeah,
Yay.
just got it,
I'm
just
so
got it.
proud of you guys. Yeah.
Thank you. So, how I was able to network, how I was able to find this rock star. Her name is Kathy Ross, Katie Ross. She's out in San Antonio, so everybody looking for one, definitely talk to her. My real estate agent that sold me my primary residence here, which I'm living in California, referred me to her, and she was amazing. And she was just looking for properties, and just being a rock star. And yeah, that's how we ended up finding her.
And that's great. And as you just heard, AD lives here in California. He's also still in the military, so you're still in the reserve, right? So sometimes you do have to leave California to go for duty, but he lives here in California, and David is stationed in San Antonio. And so that's a good fit for them because the property is in San Antonio. And David, how does that fit in with you in San Antonio? What are some of your responsibilities while you're there in terms of the property?
So it's funny that you say that. We did, and for anybody that thinks that it might be undoable if you're out of state, we didn't think we'd come across this scenario, but we did. When I lived in San Antonio, Texas, I was doing construction full time. That's how I networked with a lot of people in that area. But then the change of events came, and I came back to active duty. So now I'm here currently in Arizona, right in the middle of when we were purchasing this property. So, but through my connections through Katie Ross, the real estate agent, we were just able to still plug and play through the phone, which is a little bit more work and a little bit aggravating at times. However, but my main focus is to, once we got the property, make sure it was up to code. We did a lot of the assessments as far as, when you do the walkthrough, you inspect things, you want to make sure that things need to get fixed, or if they're fine. And even after you buy it, there's still a lot of things that you got to get done, change the locks out, doors, etc. The list goes on. So my main focus was just the construction side, managing that side, and so much more the maintenance.
Great. And how are you intending to rent out the property? Are you working with a property management company, or are you going to self-manage?
So I handle all the operations part, and we did it ourselves. To be honest, Detra, again, the rock star she is, taught us that you don't need a property manager. It's your first deal. Eventually once we scale up, then
Exactly.
we will. But I was like, you know what? I was looking into property management, but then I saw how much it was going to take off of our gross income, and I was like, man, that jumps it from a 13% ROI to like a 9%. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go, let's learn, and let's take the hard road. But it was going to save us a lot more money, and it did. And it was simple. It was really as simple as listing the property, obviously screening the tenant thoroughly. But as soon as I put it up, within 48 hours, I got phone calls left and right that they wanted this property. And it was that simple. And then obviously, screening them and making sure they're a good fit. And that's it. We wrote up the lease contract, and we were able to, get it rented pretty effortlessly.
Oh, see, that's great. And yes, I do preach that quite a bit, is that if it's your first property, just get a little bit of property management experience, because a lot of times, no disrespect to property management companies, hello, that's been my profession for the last 30 years. So I do strongly suggest working with property management companies, those that are efficient, professional, timely, have a good reputation. However, if it's your very first property, take a stab at managing your own property, so you get to know the ins and outs of property management and what that looks like. So when you do hire property management down the line, you know what to expect. So let's talk about the money. Okay, so that's always fun.
Yep.
So tell me how you fund this deal, how you came in with your down payment, if you brought in any partners, loans. Tell me the whole story.
So kind of backtracking back to my original purpose and why got into real estate was because of, like I said, my family, very poor, lived in the Bronx, like didn't, have a lot of money. But my father, who I love dearly, he was able to raise up some capital through the years. I mean, like I said, he's not a millionaire at all, but he has some money that he saved up. And he said, "Hey, son, I see you're into this real estate investment stuff. Can you help me out? And I help you out. Here's some money that I have saved up, that I want to invest into something, so then I can set up myself for retirement." And I'm like, "Dad, it will be my honor. Like you gave me the last shirt in your drawer, and the fact that I can help you get a better return on your money through real estate than putting it in the bank for 2%, 3%. Let me do this for you." And that's how we ended up getting to cover the down payment. I used my father's fund. He came in as a silent partner. We was able to use other people's money. And then I just had some capital saved up just for reserves. So that way we can get the funding, which was a conventional loan. We did the 20% down, and no PMI, no HOA, even though it is a townhome. Thankfully, no HOA. And that's how we got approved, and we were able to purchase it. And now the beauty of it, which Detra taught us as well, is how to cash out our investors, so that way we don't use our money. We're able to, when we refinance it down the line, we take the money out based off of the equity that we build up through time, because historically properties have always gone up 3 to 4%, and then we cash them out, and just rinse and repeat, and that way we can leverage our money and scale
All
up.
that cash is yours after that, right? All
Exactly.
that cash is yours, and the appreciation
Exactly.
is so on. What a beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful story this is. And again, guys, I am so proud of you, and congratulations on your first one. I can't wait to experience your next deal, because again, as we talked about, it's always after you get that first deal, and you're hungry for the second one and the third, and so on and so forth. So good luck on managing this beautiful property. Of course, I'm always available if you have any questions. I can help you along as you continue on your journey with real estate investing. So let's close this out, and let's close this out.
If you don't mind me saying just one thing, and like I said, I want to give a lot of respect to this woman right here that sits in front of you. Like, this woman is an amazing, like, I see her like a Martin Luther King, right? Like,
oh my God, are you kidding me?
She's inspiring.
But thank
people.
you.
But listen, she's inspiring people. She's motivating, people of minority, of less, that don't know that there is so many other ways to be financially wealthy. A lot of people think that they have to be a doctor, or they got to be, a basketball star or a rap star just to make, a good living in life and be financially successful. But, I really appreciate what she's doing and how she's giving back to the community.
My pleasure. My pleasure. It's what I live for. It's such a blessing for me to get up every day and do what I love to do. And talking to you guys and watching you guys grow is just, that's my passion. And so it warms my heart and makes me happy. So keep on going. That's what I love.
Absolutely.
David, let's say, okay, tell me what's next. What's next for you guys? What's short term, long term? What's on in your pipeline? What do you want to do?
So, in pipeline, we're going to do another residential. However, this time we're going to be putting this thing to use. We're going to be using the VA home loan in a way to attempt to get no down payment, and then we'll have another one, another house. The VA home loan is a little bit easier, and if anybody's looking to serve, then I highly recommend it. However, we'll do the same thing. After a year or two of me living in it, I'll fix it up, put more equity in it, then we'll just refinance it into, hopefully by that point, we'll have an LLC, and then off to the next place. And then I'll use my VA home loan again.
And I got something too. One thing that's in the works. I'm working with family members too, out in New York City. So the proof is in the pudding. When people see you shine, they want birds of a feather flock together, right? They want to be attracted to that. And I'm helping him out. Get into a multifamily, so then that way he can house hack it. He can live in the property and rent out the other rooms. And he's gonna help me by giving me a little bit of kickback, because I'm walking him through the steps of how
Right.
to do it. And one message to you guys out there in the YouTube, world is that don't be afraid to fail. It's going to
That's
be
right.
a road. It's going to be crooked. It's not going to be easy. But if you have the intentions and the relentless, and take continuous action, then it is possible. Just put it in your mind, make up your mind. It's so much power in a made up mind, and don't give up on your dream and your ambitions until you receive it.
Right. And to caveat on that, as you can see, this takes a team sometimes. And I'll leave it with this: if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
Cool.
I
Absolutely.
couldn't have said that any better. Thank you guys so much. Again, for those that are not familiar with our platform, please visit our website at strivewealthbuilders.com. We'd love to have you join today. I'm going to give you some more photos of the project and the property of the project, and the property address again is 7816 Serepto. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Serepto, yes.
Serepto
Yep.
in San Antonio, Texas. And so, audience, YouTubers, club members, let's please support David and AD on their next adventure to purchase that second property. And we give you guys all the support you need through our club. And again, Strivewealth Builder is a place where you can grow your business, whether you're new to this business or whether you're a seasoned investor. It's a place for you or service providers. We are a network and we help each other grow. So, in saying that, thank you for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you at the next Property Spotlight. Thank you, AD and David.
God bless everybody. You take care.
Walking down the hallway, the tile is throughout everywhere. Bedroom number 1 here looks out to the front door. Pretty small bedroom, but it does have a closet, ceiling fan, window. There's a larger gap than normal at that threshold and this threshold, but whatever. Missing a mirror at the bathroom. Toilet's new. Looks like the tub is probably not new. They touched up something here. It's been painted. But all in all, they actually did really good work. A little nick out of the door here. Your electric panel here. That looks like it's been updated.